Hello students, welcome to the next lecture of the DBMS SQL Viva and Interview Questions series, special lecture series. Let's talk about some more questions that are based on SQL query. So let's talk about the questions. Write a query to create duplicate table with and without data present. So if we need to create a similar table, so we can do it in two ways. One, only the structure is copied. That means where the data inside the tables, that is rows, are not copied into the duplicate table. And second, where we can copy the structure as well as we can copy the data from the table. So let us consider that you have a table named customers having details such as customer ID, customer name, and so on. Now, if you want to create a duplicate table that is named duplicate customer, you can give another name to this table also, any other name to this table also, with the data present in it. So then you can mention create table, then the name of the table which you want to create. This is the duplicate table, the name of the duplicate table here. So this will be, this name can be anything. As now this will be the query that will select the data, select all data or all rows from the particular table. So we have written the query select asterisk from customers. So this will create a duplicate table with the same structure of the customer table and all the data also present into the duplicate table. So that will be copied from the customer table to the duplicate customer table. Now, if you want to create the table only and you do not want to uh, copy the data, you do not want to copy the data, you only want to create the structure of the table, then you will be writing create table, then the name of this duplicate table, it can be anything, as select asterisk from customers, where 1 is equal to 2. So 1 is equal to 2 is a false condition, so which will never be true. That means we are comparing the first column with the second column and we are equating the values of first with the second. So this will never be true. So this, the condition will always be false, so no rows will be selected. So only the table will be created with 0 rows, with no rows. You can substitute this where clause with any other condition which is always false, so that none of the rows come under the condition. So you will be selecting only the data structure. So you will be able to create only the data structure, the same data structure with different table name, and there will be no rows inside that table. So let us see another question. Mention a query to calculate the even and odd records from a table. How you can calculate the even and odd records from the table. To write a query, calculate even and odd records from a table, you can write two different queries by using the mod function. So mod function can be used for the purpose, and we can write two separate queries, one for calculating the even and one for calculating the odd records. So let's see how you can do this. We will be writing, let's say if you want to fetch the even records, then the query will be something like this. We will be selecting the columns, whichever the column we would like. Then then this is the subquery. Select row number, customer ID from customers, and where mod of row number comma 2 is equal to 0. So wherever the row number will be divided with 2 and the remainder is 0, then only those rows will be selected. So in this way you can select the row number which is even, and you can return this result, the result of this from the subquery into the original query, and then you will get only those rows, the values of those rows which are even. And similarly, you just have to make only one change into the second query. What is that one change? You have to convert the even condition into the odd condition. That can be done just by performing this. So mod of row number comma 2 is equal to 1. That means whenever we will divide the row number with 2, the remainder will be 1. So that is the condition of the odd rows. So for example, the number of row is 5. If we'll perform a mod operation onto 5 with 2, so this will always give us a 1, the remainder as 1. So 5 will be the odd row number. In this way we will be able to select all row numbers which are odd, and we will return the value to the original query, and then we can fetch the data of all the odd tuples. Let us see the another question. Write a query to remove duplicate rows from a table. So this is a very useful query. Many times we need to perform this query while we perform a testing into our database. We have inserted multiple rows or duplicate rows, so we can perform this query to remove all the duplicate rows from the table. So simply you can do select, then you can perform select the name, whichever the column you want to select from the table customer, where, so you will be using this where clause, and this is the one way. Select max rows from customer id, and where customer number is equal to c dot customer number. So we have taken two different tables or two different structures copied, and we can select the maximum rows and we can delete the repeated rows. So this can also be done with the help of the distinct keywords. So you can simply write distinct keyword, select distinct customer name from customer, where row number. So this can be either performed with the help of the distinct keyword or by deleting the rows which are duplicate. So once we'll delete all the rows which are duplicate, remove, and then the remaining rows will be fetched back to the result. Let's talk about the next question. Mention a query to add email validation to your database. So if you are using an email column and you want to fetch some specific emails which are inside your table, so you can apply the email validation. So we know how a regular email, in a regular email we have the domain name first, then we have a symbol @ then we have the uh, gmail or yahoo.com kind of, so we have a dot also. So we need to use the regular expression for such purpose. In that case we will be using the email validation with the help of the regular expression. So let's see how this can be done. We'll select the column email from the table name, where the regular expression underscore like. So how the regular expression is operating, we have given this regular expression. So in the first letters we have a to z or 0 to 9 or some special symbols. So this is the first condition. Then we must have the @. Then again we have the combinations of capital, small letters and special symbols, and finally we have a dot, and then we have the characters from 2 to 4, because .com, .in, .co, so in these we have characters from 2 to 4. So this is how we can perform the email validation while fetching the email. So this will fetch you the right email. Let's see next question. Write a query to retrieve the last day of next month, and this is a specific query to the Oracle database. So if you are working with the Oracle database, it will be easier for you to operate. So the last day of the next month can be fetched with the help of this specific query. Select last day, then add months. System date, from the system date we will fetch the last month, and we'll add the next month, and then we'll fetch the last day. So using the system date we are adding 1 into the month, so it will give you the next month, and from the next month we will fetch the last day. So, and obviously all the date related data is stored into the system table that is known as dual. So we'll fetch the data from the dual table, that is a system table into the Oracle only. So that's it for the lecture. We will talk about some more questions into the next lecture. Thank you so much.